Recent economic turbulence has changed the ways in which we live and work. Along with shifting consumer behaviors, there is also a major shift in how people, especially the younger generation, view work. Dubbed the Great Resignation, many employees have resigned from their jobs en masse, citing job dissatisfaction and a strong desire to pursue their passions. The pandemic has also spurred a rise in entrepreneurship. Whether laid off from their job, looking to earn an additional income, or wanting to embrace a more flexible lifestyle, many people are venturing out on their own, determined to create their own success. Enter the rise of direct selling and the micro-entrepreneur. Direct selling is a multi-billion-dollar industry present in more than 170 countries with around 125 million people involved in it, either part-time or full-time. Reports show that the global direct selling industry is expected to expand at an annual growth of 6.1% from 2022 to 2028. In this business model, distributors operate as independent contractors, selling products and services outside of a fixed retail establishment. This is a relationship-centered business and one that relies heavily on networking and human-to-human interaction. Today, we are going behind the scenes of a unique direct selling company that was born at the height of the Asian economic crisis, the late 90s, and has continued to defy the odds since then. qnet is a multi-award-winning direct selling company with a global footprint that has created hundreds of thousands of micro-entrepreneurs around the world. The story of qnet's birth is as unique as the company itself. The year was 1998. Two young Asian entrepreneurs, Vijay Eswaran and Joseph Japadas Bismarck, had just discovered that an American direct selling company they were associated with had shut shop and disappeared. The two young men were left with liabilities owed to the nearly 2,000-strong sales team they had built for the company. Driven by the desire to right their wrongs, the two friends decided to build a brand new company to take care of their people and keep their promises. qnet started with a small group of people who believed in one simple mission: RHYTHM, an acronym for Raise Yourself to Help Mankind. Eswaran and Bismarck wanted to build a business whose purpose went beyond merely making a profit. They wanted to build a business that would help people change their lives for the better. For more than 2 decades, this mission has carried the company through its many ups and downs and turned it into a global brand. Let's go to Hong Kong, qnet's global headquarters, and talk to Malu Kaluza, the first female CEO of qnet, who was also one of the earliest employees of the company.
When I first started with qnet, we were just a small group of people. Everyone was involved in everything. I was hired to answer phones and support customers who walked in. There was no employee manual or a list of SOPs to follow. I was interviewed by the founders themselves, and I was really moved by how passionate they were about the business and using it as a force for good. I saw how dedicated the founders were to the business, employees, and to our customers. They were involved in everything from presenting the business and handling customers to managing inventory to even physically packing products. Nothing was beneath them. Seeing them lead like that made a big impression on me, and that has become my foundation of leadership. I learned the true value of service from our founders, Mr. Vijay Eswaran and Mr. Japadas Bismarck.
This leadership style seems to be an important factor in the growth and success of the company. qnet has one of the highest retention rates of leadership in the direct selling industry. The majority of their top distributors have been with qnet for over 10 years. We spoke to a few of them to understand what keeps them loyal to qnet. Let's talk to qnet's power couple, doctors turned entrepreneurs, Dr. Brijesh Yadav and Dr. Yashu Tyagi.
So for me, the philosophy of RHYTHM is having that intent of contributing something for the growth of others. when I came into the business, when I heard Japadas, when I heard Datoshri, that was that one thing which I was able to extract from every sentence, from every message which they were delivering to us. That do anything and everything for the growth of others. So when I consistently heard them, when I was learning all the concepts of our industry, of our business, that was that one thought which was being reiterated again and again and again and again and again. And finally it became my DNA. So when you have that thought of contributing something for the growth of others, it works anywhere and everywhere. It works in your professional life, it works in your personal life as well.
Rhythm. This word comes up a lot when you speak to people at qnet, and it has nothing to do with music. In fact, it's the secret sauce behind qnet's success. Let's go back to Hong Kong and hear from Malu about rhythm and why it's such an important part of qnet's philosophy.
I think the most unique thing about qnet is rhythm. It stands for Raise Yourself to Help Mankind. When the founders came together in 1998, they were united in their belief that there needs to be more to a business than just profits. They wanted the business to have a purpose that went beyond the financial gains. They envisioned a business that had the power to change people's lives for the better. That's where rhythm comes in. Rhythm, in its simplest form, means empowering yourself before you can help someone else. And this philosophy has held us in good stead for over 2 decades. It is the driving force of everything we do.
This commitment to the mission of rhythm has helped qnet grow from a small Asian startup to a global multinational that has helped thousands of people in more than 50 countries with taking charge of their lives. This is especially true in emerging economies. In 2019, Ghana, a country in West Africa, was named one of the world's fastest growing economies. The focus on good governance and sustainable development has helped the country work towards reducing inequalities and providing opportunities for economic growth. Ghana is also home to a thriving community of qnet distributors. We go now to Ghana's capital, Accra, to speak to Margaret Tooley, who has been a qnet distributor since 2009.
My background before qnet, I was actually working with a public service institution in Ghana, and I worked with them for close to 40 years. So in the course of working, I took some more time to do a master's program at GEMPA. So my background is management. I have a master's degree in management. The biggest impacts of qnet in the sub-Saharan region is in the fact that we get to create more entrepreneurs. We get to also give opportunity to the majority of the population, especially the youth, a business that they can do and succeed, especially because they will have mentors who can help them build. This qnet business in sub-Saharan Africa is helping take care of the unemployment we have, because unemployment is an issue globally, and sub-Saharan Africa is no exception. So to have qnet in sub-Saharan Africa, that gives us the opportunity to do a business, and the business is about family and friends. Anybody, anywhere can join you. I think it is one of the best things to happen to us in Africa.
Just like Margaret, thousands of aspiring young entrepreneurs have used qnet's products and services to build businesses that provide for their families and help their communities. Direct selling is also known as the great equalizer, since the business opportunity is gender neutral. Success in direct selling is commensurate with the effort put in. We discovered that nearly 70% of direct selling industry globally is made up of women, who turn to this business model as a means of empowerment and self-reliance. We now speak with Mrs. Mariam Sangar, who grew up in Tunisia in a progressive Arab family. She moved to Dubai after she got married, and today she lives in Istanbul, helping other women like herself discover their potential through the qnet business.
أنا من الصغر كان عندي حلم إنه شو بدك تطلعي يا مريم؟ بدي أطلع امرأة أعمال. طبعاً امرأة أعمال في العالم العربي مع شو امرأة، شو التجارة. هذا مجال ليس للنساء ولا إنه مجال سهل، ورغم ذلك أنا أصميت على هالحلم. يا رب اللي حوالي كانوا عم يضحكوا بس ما ممكن. العالم العربي تبعيتنا لسه في محتاج قصص نجاح، لسه ما في قصص نجاح في هذا المجال في الأونلاين بزنس، خاصة في كيونت. لسه النساء خاصة اللي أنا بشوف إنه محتاجين ليدرات نساء. المرأة هي نصف المجتمع والنصف الثاني هي اللي بتربيه. فأنا اليوم من مكاني بشوف حالي إنه أنا صغاري شو عم يشوفوا جالسة بالبيت بس عم تخدم من أهلها وهيك، ما عم تتطور، ما عندها أحلام، أو عندها أحلام، عندها مستقبل. فأول قدوة في الحياة للأبناء هني لأن النساء معانا في المجتمع العربي لسه معناها المرأة والصغرى أو البنت ما يسألوها شو حلمك. معناها البنت والصغرى خاصة في الشرق وحتى في المجتمع العربي ككل، بالنسبة لهم البنت خلاص تدرس وزوجها، هذا هو. لا، البنت كمان عندها أحلام. أنا عندي أحلامي، ليش ما أحققهم أنا؟ ليش ما أكون أنا المنجزة؟ بتروح على الفيكون اللي هو مؤتمر السنوي للشركة مكتوب ويلكم هوم، فهي الجملة كثير بتأثر فيني. بحس إنه واو، أنا جاية على عائلتي، أنا جاية لدياري، عرفت، لداري. فمن الأشياء اللي كثير أنا بتدهمني المؤسسين تبع الشركة لليوم هن ما شاء الله عليهم شو محققين وشو مسوين، بس دائما موجودين لأجلنا، دائما في معناها مؤتمرات، تدريبات، دائما عم يعطونا شو عندهم جديد، دائما هن بس بدهم إيانا ننجح، بدهم إيانا نوصل.
The themes of family and responsibility to the community run through nearly every aspect of qnet, both within the network of distributors and across the corporate team. We will now hear from Cem Geek, the Regional General Manager of qnet for Turkey and the CSI region.
Uzun yıllardır bu sektördeyim ve yine bu sektörde uluslararası firmalarda üst düzey yöneticilik yaptım. Kendime söylediğim ilk şey, Türk firmaları hemen hemen aynı bir farklı olmadı. Ta ki qnet ile tanışıp çalışmaya başlayan adayım. qnet sadece uluslararası firma olmanın ötesinde kocaman, büyük ve seri dolu bir alan. Buradayken şirketin her kademesinde ayrılmanın verdiği bu samimiyeti ve sevgiyi fark etmemek mümkün. Kendimize ait ve güvenmeyi hissediyoruz. qnet'in sahip olduğu bir network yapısı ile sivil toplum kuruluşları da gerçekleştirdiği sosyal sorumluluk projeleri de benim için özel kalan unsurlardan bir tanesi. qnet'in sosyal sorumluluk bilinci oldukça yüksek bir marka olması ve birçok alanda bu felsefeyi yansıtacak projeler yapması da qnet çalışanlar olarak zaman içerisinde farkındalığımızı artırıyor. Aynı zamanda qnet'in ürünlerini tasarlarken doğaya ve insana saygı prensibinden vazgeçmemesi de içinde bulunduğumuz aileyi özel.
While direct selling is a relationship-based business that relies heavily on trust and human interactions, at qnet, it's one that has also helped strengthen partnerships within families. For Doctors Brijesh and Yashu, going from medicine to entrepreneurship was already a big leap, but working together as business partners gave them new insights into their relationship.
It's always best to work as a couple everywhere, in this business also, in every profession, because they work as a team. And when you work as a two individual, there are many strengths in one person and there are many weaknesses in the other person. And by covering each other's weakness, you complement each other. So that work has to be completed. And so I feel working as a couple is the best thing. And together, when we work and when we handhold each other, we can achieve many more milestones.
The impact of qnet goes beyond just helping people build a successful business. It's a journey that has helped people immensely with their own personal growth. We learned through our conversations with qnet independent representatives that being an entrepreneur with qnet comes with the benefit of having a complete ecosystem of support. Everything from customer support, training and education, business tools and marketing materials, to leadership training and mentoring programs are part of the experience of being a qnet independent representative. The best part, you are never alone in this journey. This is one of those rare businesses where your success depends on helping others succeed. Margaret explains how qnet allowed her to forget about the usual operational difficulties that come with running one's own business so that she could focus solely on building and growing her business.
For me, the best thing about being a qnet distributor is in the fact that I get to become an entrepreneur. I don't have to worry about products manufacturing. I don't have to worry about inventory. I don't have to worry about paying staff and all the others. And being in qnet and being a distributor, I realized all the issues I struggled with to build a traditional business is no more. One thing that I'm so excited about is the fact that this business has leverage. qnet business is duplicable, it is scalable, and it can be inherited by the next generation. So in building this business, I know whatever effort I'm putting in will benefit my children and the next generation.
For more than 2 decades, the qnet business has continued to change lives. The company has had its fair share of challenges due to a lack of awareness and regulations for the direct selling industry in many countries. Despite the setbacks, qnet has stayed firm to the commitment of its founders to put people first. qnet has put in a significant amount of work into building awareness about the positive socioeconomic impact of the industry and into lobbying for regulations in many emerging markets. The company has been growing from strength to strength, winning awards for its work, attaining accolades for its community development projects, and partnering with some of the most exciting brands in the world.
Bölgemizde qnet'in her geçen gün büyüme kaynaklarına tatbik ediyor. Bu başarının TV kanallarına ve gazetelere yansıması doğal bir yolda olumsuz katılım değildi. Her geçen gün daha fazla girişimci qnet ailesine katılıyor. Yılın en başarılı doğrudan satış şirket ödüllerini alıyor ve başarısını takdir edildiğini görüyoruz. İşimizi büyütürken markamızın sosyal sorumluluk felsefesine uygun sosyal sorumluluk çalışmaları da ağırlık veriyor. Dünyaca evli spor kulüpleri verdiği sponsorluk destekleri, yerelde sunulan ürünler ve büyük network etkinliklerini düzenlemek de işimize büyük bir heyecanla sarılmamızı sağlıyor.
With that, we come to the end of our segment. But the story of qnet is far from over. As a disruptor in the direct selling industry, one of the first to merge e-commerce with direct selling back in the late 90s, qnet has reinvented itself several times to cater to a changing demographic of customers and distributors. With the 25th anniversary of the company fast approaching, the focus is now on the future, providing great products and exciting opportunities for a new generation of socially conscious entrepreneurs and helping change lives powered by the mission of rhythm.